will be cleared out differently to make it group the way we have it in the images in the concept art, but kind of gives you an idea of how big the area is going to be. We will also smooth out some of the blends between the mountains and the ground. I might need to bring down the tile size of the textures on the mountains. Right now they are set at a 16 by 16, which might be a little big because they're stretching a little bit, so we'll work on that. Most of these areas will normally not be able to just kind of climb up a degree like this, but I don't have any of the colliders or terrain things in there. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of rain here from our weather system. So we get out and see our weather going tonight. I want you to see, so let's go ahead and turn that off for a minute. Maybe because I want to see what's going on when we're looking over here. Guess that's that way. Get my bearings straight. This is the mountain that we will make it more tough to traverse. We're going to make sure that we don't have this flat part in the middle of it. It'll be more like what you see on that one over there, but with maybe some ledges to have to kind of walk back and forth on based on how we've got the story written and diagrammed on the concept art. Let's see, where's our big lake that's going to be on this side? There we are. We're going to be running straight towards it now. Yeah, with that rain, you kind of lose your bearings on things, which is good. It makes it more immersive. But for the sake of this particular run through, I want to be able to see where I'm going and let you see how long it takes to go from one end to the other without fighting, without crafting, without dodging anything, without looking around for hidden treasures. This will kind of give us an idea. He's having a tough time keeping up on that. As you can see, we're still got a ways to go. This world is pretty good size, but I don't think it's too big because I can run across it pretty much in about 5 minutes. But in gameplay time, this is quite a big world that we can work around. Plus you got the whisk you can go back and forth between. Maybe we got a little sunshine coming here. No, we got some snow coming. It's snowing. Now I do have a system set up for being too cold as well. We just got to implement it. Maybe with the screen gets a little frosty when it gets cold. When it gets close to fire, it'll heat up. Different things we can probably implement to that effect. They kind of put your version into the world itself to make it more enjoyable to play. This is kind of our alligator pit, I guess it was called. As of right now, we don't have any kind of a swimming feature into this But I do have an underwater feature so that when you go into the water, you will see bubbles. You hear the kind of entrance into the water. So all that's going to do. But like I said, if he goes in there too deep, there's nothing that he'll just keep walking on the ground. But you can kind of see the bubbles and things like that. And you will hear the difference when he comes out of the water. Get back up there. I don't know if you can hear that little feature, but you're able to do that. I don't know how Jerry was doing it, but he was able to walk on water. I'm doing it now. So somehow there's we edge these things just right, and you jump onto the water, you're able to walk on water. So we're going to have to work on that. We are not God by any means. The sun is coming out and the snow is going away. Kind of funny, I keep hearing birds out, but I have no birds in there yet. But we will have some birds. Probably not to be shot down or anything, but just for aesthetics. Now, I was taking this a little bit longer than probably would just because we're running around the lake versus through the lake. We definitely want to flatten this a little bit more so that the terrain's not so rocky. We'll have to look at the map again and see what it needs to be for this area. My terrain texture is kind of based everything on slope and height. So when you have a higher slope, it's going to add this mountainous region type in there mixed with the grass. Versus where it's a mountain, it's going to strictly put the mountain into it. It's all procedurally generated. You can also bump up the normals to make it, more alive. Although, for the most part, the normals don't look too bad. This looks like we'll get towards the end of this particular part. I know we have another other part that we're going to be fighting in Vector, was Vector 0 on, which we might need to enlarge that a little bit. I haven't quite seen what it looks like in person view. There it is. See how big that really is going to be. Everything we look at it, we're looking at it from an overview. We don't really see it based on the player sometimes. Yeah, we should be able to do something with that. We'll get a better idea as we start adding things to it. But that's the tip of the island. So that's kind of where we are. I'm going to leave it here. I just want to kind of give an idea of how long this world is and kind of the things we can maybe do with it.